Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for clicking in to watch. Please, before you continue watching, can you like the video? Like I told you, liking this video is very important to me, as this will enable YouTube to show more people about this place. So I got a comment about weeks ago, or over a month now. One of our viewers had asked that I should tour FO1. Like I said earlier, that FO1 is in Kubwa. It's almost like, let's say, a district, but it's not a district. You know, Kubwa is a district. So it's, let's say, a part. It's a very beautiful layout in Kubwa, but it's in between Kubwa and Dutse. So FO1 is like the Meitama of Kubwa, because FO1 is very, very beautiful. Like I was saying, it's either you call it the Meitama of Kubwa or you call it the Asokoro of Kubwa. Guys, as you are watching this video, I want to know if you have liked the video. Please like the video. Thank you. It's just to click on that like and it to turn on. Thank you very much. So he sent a message and said, please, can you tour FO1? And you guys know that once anybody drops any place at the comment section and says I should help them tour it, I will find a way. And this day was that day. I'm sure by now you would have seen that for the past days I've not posted any content. I've been very, very busy, very busy. And for those of you who watched my former video, like the video before the last one, God bless you. You guys are super amazing. So you can see that FO1 is a very beautiful place. I had a friend who saw that FO1 was so beautiful. She left town and came to live in FO1 until she was posted out, because she works with foreign affairs, and you know they're always going for foreign posting. So till she left, and then she moved out of the place. And I also had a family friend who is a motivational speaker. He was to celebrate his 50th birthday, and he lived in this very beautiful apartment, and the landlord came and said, oh yeah, Oga, pack your things and go. See how beautiful FO1 is. Kai, FO1 is fine. It's well planned. So they asked the man to pack his things and go. So he went to approach one man, and he asked the landlord, can you give me till after my birthday, at least let me use this place to welcome guests and all. The man said no, he needs to leave. So he got to another estate and saw one beautiful house. The house is a standalone, and it was a duplex. And he asked the man how much it was for rent. The landlord said, why do you want to rent the house? The man said, because I need to move out of. By the way, you see that school? This school here is very beautiful. I remember coming here to look for admission for my children then when they were much younger, and they had not built that new building you're seeing. So by the time I asked certain questions, they asked me if I was a teacher. I said I have a degree in education, and my own degree in education, apart from my first degree, I went back to school to do child education, early years. So I am a professional early years educator. So guys, as I was saying, back to our story, which is like a testimony. The man now asked him, why do you want to rent? He said, because he's moving out. He said, no, why don't you want to buy the place? And he asked the man, buy the place? I don't even have the money. The man now asked him, how much do you have to pay? How much do you have? He says, as I speak to you, I think it's just my rent I have. The man now told him that he should go and think about it, and he wants to sell the house to him. Sometimes when you hear some testimonies, it will look like a lie, or it will look like maybe one story from one fairy tale book like that, but it's actually happening. One of the things I like about FO1 is the fact that the place is well planned, and they have very beautiful roads. They still have they still have vacant lands for sale. But like I used to tell people, if you want to buy any land, try as much as possible to buy an estate land, because estate lands are well protected. You hardly hear someone say, you bought an estate land and it was revoked. And I want to say something for those of you watching this FO1 now. I know the reason why somebody might have said I should tell FO1 is because maybe he has a land here, because most people who watch my channel live either in the US, Nigeria, and the UK, and a few in South Africa. So I feel that the person that has dropped this comment that I should tell FO1 may have a land here, and they may have told him how development is ongoing here, and he wanted to still see it for himself, and that's why he suggested I go visit FO1. So you know me now, I'll always bring you guys premium content. Like, if you even want me to go and see the FCT minister, just let me know. Tell me the questions you want me to ask him, and I'll do it for you. But please don't send me to go and tell EFCC their inside office. I feel they'll arrest me. That's on a lighter note. So I just thought to take you guys along and show you how FO1 is. The whole of this place you are seeing is FO1. We even got to a junction where people were shooting a movie, and it's also beautiful to watch. You know, when the people behind the scenes, the cameramen, all those ones, they don't show on the video, so people hardly even recognize them. But it's also beautiful to be the one watching them. And I'm sure I would check if we even took some clip of the place, because while they were shooting, we're videoing that area. So guys, what do you think about FO1? FO1 is so beautiful. Like, FO1 is clean. Okay, like, now, will you believe that this place is part of Kubwa? No, you won't believe, because there's even one of the roads you'll be seeing down the road where it's leading you to Arab Road. Arab Road is inside Kubwa, so FO1 is a beautiful place. And I want to also say that if you have a land in FO1 that you have not developed, let me just give you a heads up, develop it. Because the FCT minister, apart from the land rate is collecting or is charging landowners or property owners, is also going to revoke a lot of lands that have not been developed, especially lands that have been bought for over 5, 10 years, 15 years. There are a lot of people who kept their lands here. When they bought this land, it was like maybe 600,000, some of them 500, some 550. Some people bought lands in this FO1 for 350,000. I knew when lands in FO1 were going for 600. I knew when they went to 1 million. I knew when they went to 5 million. So right now, for those of you who are looking out for, because I had another person dropped on one of the comment sections of my video, and said that I should find out how much rent go for in FO1. So if you want to rent houses here, like a 2-bedroom in FO1, just is within the neighborhood of 1.6. That's 1.6 if it's an old house, but a new building, just let's say 1.7 to 2 million. So, but if you want a duplex in FO1, just keep within the neighborhood of 3 million, 3.5. Let's just say 3.5, 4 million, because it depends on the house you are actually renting. There are places here that are block of flat. You can still see a 3-bedroom for 1.8. You can still see a 3-bedroom for 2 million. In this same FO1, there's some 2-bedroom that goes for 2.5. Yes, it depends on the building, the quality of the building, the finishing, and how motorable the road is. Even though FO1 roads are 98% done, but there are some other places that are not yet that they have good buildings, but they've not put infrastructure, which is just like maybe a 1%. So FO1 is a place that I'll tell you for free you can invest in. The lands here are relatively secure, as against the places where you buy land and before you hear, they'll say the land, like some people will say in the local palace, the land is very affordable, but it gets small problem and small land court case. When you hear people tell you that, it means that the land is in context, like the context, how they use the word. Okay, let's say the land is has a lot of encumbrances, like it's either they are struggling that that's not the owner of the land, or they did double allocation. Double allocation is when they sell the land to 2 people or more, and they give them certificate that looks as though is real. So whenever, don't ever give anybody your original document except it's someone you really trust, because when you give them that document in the name of going to do search, they'll clone it. So the best thing for you to do is to do it photocopy and give to them. Do not give them original copy, because they will clone a copy and send you the clone copy, and then they will be the one carrying your original. Things are happening in this Abuja like this, so you need to be very careful. If you want to buy a land, you want to buy any property, just drop on the comments. I can link you to people who are into that. They are very good with that studied that as a course and also practicing it. It's just like you getting a lawyer. Some people leave estate surveyors, estate managers to go deal with people who know nothing about property, and when it now backfires, you'll now be looking for the real professionals to sort them out. So it's high time we did the right thing, so that we don't begin to run round circles. So if you want to buy a land, let me know. Whatever land you want to buy, if it's a 5,000 square meter, a 1,000 square meter, just let me know. I'll link you up with somebody or people in charge. So FO1 is beautiful, right? It's a very beautiful estate. Or do I call it an estate? No. FO1 is not an estate. I still call it the Meitama or the Asokoro of Kubwa, because I think after they looked at Kubwa and saw that Kubwa is fine, but not that fine, decided to open up FO1, and look at how beautiful the place is looking. Okay, that was when my phone fell off my hand, but you know how it is. Sometimes these speed bumps can make you just and today I went out with a higher vehicle, like an SUV. I went out with an SUV, so you know how SUVs bounce on how they call that stuff, on speed bumps. So my phone now slipped off my hand. So guys, I just thought to take you along. So a lot of people are still developing, because before now people will be like, you can't come and live in FO1. Then FO1 was just about, let's say, 40% developed, and people were still living there. It was so beautiful. FO1 houses are still very modern houses. You hardly see a house here that is rickety, or a house here that is not fine, that kind of stuff. You hardly see it. So it's good for you guys to visit FO1. Come see how beautiful. Just look at the environment now. Is it giving Kubwa vibes? No. FO1 is giving at some point you forget that this is actually Kubwa, because there was one hotel we passed and I saw that the name of the hotel carried Kubwa. I'm like, yes, so that's the Kubwa FO1 axis. So there's this very prominent church in Abuja that bought a land in this FO1 many years ago. Let's say maybe 2014, either 2013 or 2014, so 15, within that time. And now everybody in that area, although people had developed the land around there, but they didn't develop all round. It was just one side. So right now the land, when we got there to see the place, we saw that everybody around the land had developed, and theirs is strategic. So, and we would find a way to pass the message to the church to say, come develop this land before Wike will take over the lands. Because as far as we are concerned, if Wike comes to check the infrastructure here in FO1, he will definitely see those empty lands that people, or empty plots that have not been developed. Even though some people have argued that they have the right. This is the land we are talking about on the left. So see how massive this land is. It's owned by a mega church in Abuja, and they need to do something urgent in order not to lose this land. And the funny thing is, all these things, this land, houses you are seeing, they weren't this expensive from the onset. But as the days pass, years, weeks, and all, prices of things have skyrocketed. Dollar went up to 2,000, and even when it came down, it was not still something that is viable. So with all of this, you see that it's not what, I don't know how to explain it. It's not something that you leave a land here and just go around. Somebody will help you take care of it. You know what I mean? They might just hijack it. So it's better you just do the needful. It's either you fence the place, because if you fence it and you leave the fence high, it's going to be difficult for people to see what's going on there. But now I know, and I see that people are doing the see-through fencing, which is good, because in case there's a fire outbreak or something that could endanger your children or anybody in your home, it will be easy for people to pick the signal and come, swing into action. So that's basically it. Let's always be our brothers keepers. Let's always be our brothers keepers. Let us always, look out for each other. If your neighbor is going through stuff, give a helping hand. So basically, this is how FO1 is beautiful. I'm sure you are enjoying the view. This is quite amazing. I love the clouds. I just love how they are looking so radiant. So guys, what do you think about this tour? Will you try going to FO1 in Kuba? You can actually come in from, if you're coming from town, you can come in from, if you're coming from town, you can come in from Duse. So it's easier. The Duse axis on weekdays, it's not good to pass through the Duse axis, because it's going to give you a lot of hold up, delays and all. So if you want to come to FO1, you could drive towards that after phase 3. No, you don't even need to get to phase 3. By this, where you have the first flyover, what they call it, federal housing. You go in through federal housing, drive down, enter through army scheme, our army estate is easier. Or you, after army estate, you pass through I think, is it Valencia they call that shopping mall, Trinity Mall, something like that. You go through that route. I think that's the second one we came in through. You go through that route, you can still get to FO1. So FO1 has like 3 prominent routes to go through when you want to visit FO1. So for the person who, or the people who have asked me to do a tour of FO1, I hope that this video satisfied you, or is, if you have a house here that maybe you give someone money to build and you're feeling the person did not build it, I hope I was able to capture the house. If I wasn't, you could let me know what your thoughts are about this video. Outside that, if you know you really want me to tour any location in Abuja, just drop it on the comment. For now, we've not started traveling to other states, but sometimes we have need for anything in other states. We know how to get it. We have our correspondents everywhere, people who are on our team. So if you have any place in Abuja you want us to tour, my own duty is to ensure that I buy fuel, put in my car and head down there. After doing the tour, I'll let you know. So you see, it's not something that is not a big deal. Just let me know on time. I'll arrange myself and then I'll go. So, and tell the place I'm bringing here for you. So I just thought to let you guys that let you guys know that you are very important to us on this channel. Without you, there will be no channel, by the way. Without you, we will not have a channel to call our own. Without you coming back to always watch, because I see that you guys are the greatest support system I've ever seen on YouTube, because you support, you watch to the end, you like the video. I know some people don't know how to like video, that's why they're not liking, while some forget even when we remind them. So please, if you haven't liked and subscribed to our channel, consider doing so. Thank you so much, because it's not it's not easy. So your likes, your comments encourage me to do more, and I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate your love so much. Thank you. And drop any questions you have on the comment section, and I'll get back to you with